Good morning, M4. In today's English, we are going to learn about possessive adjectives. The same like possessive pronouns, possessive adjectives, they also refer to words that show ownership or that something belongs to someone. On the table down here, you will see the same as yesterday's, but this time, or this lesson, we are focusing on possessive adjectives. On top here, you will see subject pronouns. They're the same. A quick review. Your subject pronouns are you, I, she, he, it, we, they. Under it, you will see the equivalent of their possessive adjectives. For the subject pronouns you, the possessive adjective equivalent is your. For I, we have my, she, her, he, his. For it, its, we, our, they, their. If you're going to look at your possessive adjectives, it looks like your possessive pronouns without the s, except for my. And for possessive adjectives, we are using its for it. Another note for possessive adjectives, it always comes before a noun. I'll show you an example. Just need a pen. This is my house. In this sentence, this is my house. The possessive adjective here is my. It comes before the noun house. And as possessive adjective shows ownership, you will ask who owns the house? My. The word my owns the house. One more example. That is your dog. In this sentence, we have your as your possessive adjectives, and it comes after, or rather before, the noun dog. And if you're going to ask who owns the dog, the word your owns the dog. Or you can say, these books are these are her books. In this sentence, these are her books. Our possessive adjective here is her, and it comes before the noun books. Simple as that. You will recognize possessive adjective because it always comes before a noun, and it looks like your possessive pronoun as well. So don't confuse that. Your possessive pronoun, it comes at the end of the sentence, while your possessive adjectives comes before the noun. For your activity, you have 2 worksheets to complete. On your activity 1, it looks like yesterday's activity. You have to base your possessive adjectives based on your subject pronouns, or on your subject. It can be a noun. If it's a noun, just convert it to a pronoun, and you will see the equivalent possessive adjectives that you need to use. For example, the sentence is, this is for the activity 1. The sentence is, where is blank car? We just parked here. Example, this is the sentence, where is the car? We just parked here. So if you're going to understand the sentence, which subject are we using? You can check the second sentence. We are using the subject we. Since we are using the subject we, you look at your table we. The equivalent pronoun is our. So the answer is our. Oh, this is a question mark actually. Where is our car? We just parked here. You just write the answer. In this activity, you can only write the answer. You don't have to copy the entire sentence. You just have to write the answer. That would be fine. Another example, you have a conversation here. Person A said, what's your name? Then person B said, blank name is Karen. So if this is the question, what's your name? B said blank name is Karen. So you have to understand what do we need to use here? What is your name? Name is Karen. So the B person, if you're going to check for the subject, what subject are we using here? You don't have to look at Karen. You're using the subject I, so you can write, or the answer rather is my. Again, you can only write the answer, no problem. I will accept that. You don't have to write the entire sentence. That is for your activity 1. For your second activity, there are 4 tasks. On task 1, I just rub this off. On task 1, this is on the second activity. On task 1, it's just easy, the same as this table here. It will ask you the possessive adjective equivalent of the subject pronouns. Example, she. What is the equivalent possessive adjective of she? The answer is her. What is the possessive adjective equivalent of the subject pronoun it? The answer is its. So that's just it. That is for the task 1. Again, you can also write the answers only, but if you want to copy the subject pronoun, not a problem at all. But if you want to write the answers only, I will also accept. So that's for the task 1. Task 2, for your activity number 2, and it's a multiple choice, like A/B multiple choice. Example, the question is, she is blank teacher. A, me, B, my. So she is blank teacher. You have to choose if your answer is me, A for me, B for my. So for this sentence, she is my teacher. So you can write the answer B here, or you can answer my. In this task 2, for task 2, you can also just write the answer. You don't have to copy the entire sentence. I will accept answer only, but if you want to write down the entire sentence, sure, no problem. But if you want to write down the answer, it's acceptable as well. So this is for task 2. You just select between the choices, which is the right answer. For task 3, this time you have to copy the complete sentence. You have to write down the complete sentence for task 3. Here, there's a sentence provided. For example, this is the sentence. This is Roy's watch. Now you have to check the sentence. Since we're talking about possessive adjective, you have to think who owns something. So in this sentence, this is Roy's watch. Who owns the watch? Royce owns the watch. Now this is a noun, a proper noun. You just convert it to a subject pronoun. for you to get the possessive adjective equivalent. Like for Roy, this is a person. So you check the gender, is it a male or female? Roy is a male name. So for subject pronoun, it is equivalent to he. So this is, what is this, the possessive adjective equivalent of he? It's his. So your answer should be, this is his watch. As you can see, his is our possessive adjective and it comes before the noun watch. So on task 3, you need to write the complete sentence, okay? This time, complete sentence. Alright, so this for task 3. You're going to write the sentence based on your subject. If it's a noun, just convert it to subject pronoun and check the equivalent possessive adjective. You have the table on top. You can copy it on your notepad if you wish. Just pause the video whenever you want. Now for the final task, we have task 4. For task 4, for task 4, you also have to copy the complete sentence, not the answer only, complete sentence. So for task 3 and task 4, you have to write down the complete sentence in your notepad. So for task 4, it's almost the same like task 3. You have to check the subject or the ones or who owns something. I will put it in a parenthesis. For example, that is blank, the baby's room. That is blank, the baby's room. The ones here inside the parenthesis, you will see a noun, the babies. Now, it's a group and it's plural. What is the equivalent pronoun or subject pronoun of the babies? You can check the table up there. So yeah, you will see that the equivalent subject pronoun for the babies is they. So the equivalent possessive adjective for they is their. So the answer for this is there. So you need to write the complete sentence, that is their room. Full stop. Okay, you need to write the full sentence. You have to check the words inside the parenthesis for you to get the answer or the possessive adjective answer. Another example for this one. He is son. He is son. The word inside the possessive adjective is Amy. So again, you have to think if this is a proper noun. It's a name of a person. You have to think of the gender. Is it a female or male's name? Amy. It's a female name. So female, the equivalent subject pronoun is she. And the equivalent possessive adjective for she is her. So the answer here is he is her son. All right, you don't confuse, because maybe you will see he here as the subject. He is Amy's son. You might use the possessive adjective for he on this part because you can see he on this sentence, but you have to ask yourself again, since we're talking about possessive adjectives, who owns something, or which one belongs to something or someone. So in this case, he is son. So and the word inside the parenthesis is Amy. So whose son is he? He's Amy's son. So we're talking about Amy as well. So the equivalent possessive adjective for Amy is the word her. So this is your activity today. You have 2 pages. Activity 1, you can see the separate page inside the class in the Google Classroom, and then activity 2, it has 4 tasks as I have explained earlier. You can print your worksheet. If it's possible for you to print your worksheet, then that would be great. Then you can answer on your worksheet. You don't have to copy or to write. And but if you can't print your worksheet for activity 1, you can just write down the answer. For activity 2, task 1 and task 2, you can just write the answer, no problem. But for activity, or rather for task 3 and task 4, in activity 2, you have to write the complete sentence with the correct answers. Okay? Take clear photos after you answer your task, or rather your activity, not too far please, and make sure when you upload it in Google Classroom, make sure that you click submit so I can see it on my end as well. All right, that's all for today.